This season on Celebrity Apprentice, I delivered the most entertaining cast of stars ever. And they came through, raising more money for charity than ever before on The Apprentice. I'm very proud of them. Let's go, fellas. Now we're down to the final two. Country star John Rich takes on movie star Marlee Matlin, two of the hardest working people I've ever had in my boardroom. They put on an unbelievable show, and now it's time for the grand finale. You've run out of carpet. You're fired. Who's next? Let's see.
Live from New York City, this is the season finale of The Celebrity Apprentice. Now, here he is, Mr. Donald Trump.
Thank you. It's been an amazing season. Richard Hatch versus David Cassidy, Meatloaf versus Gary Busey, Nene Leakes versus Dionne Warwick, Nene versus LaToya, Nene versus Star. But most important, over $3 million was raised for charity this season. And thank you. And tens of millions of dollars have been raised over the course of Celebrity Apprentice. So that's really, really big stuff. And we're not finished yet. Check it out.
This season on The Celebrity Apprentice, 16 celebrities arrived in New York City to fight for their favorite causes.
Winning money for my charity is the most important thing in the world. Nothing matters more than that. Nothing.
It was the biggest season yet.
Instead of an adult woman professional, you became a little girl.
I worked my ass off while you sat there and looked like Casper the Ghost.
If I was too mean picking on little people, I would have addressed that.
Excuse me, I'm not a little person.
Little people!
She called him little.
Enough.
Don't you cut me off. How dare you cut me off, young woman? You're a damn liar.
You press the last button at me, Miss Star Jones, and I will do you when the rest of these girls won't.
I am the last person in the world you ever wanna with.
Week after week, Mr. Trump sent them packing.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Till only two remained. Oscar-winning actress Marlee Matlin.
I'm deaf. Star, I can't hear you.
And country superstar John Rich.
Country done come to town, brother.
For 12 weeks, they played the game harder.
30 seconds, ring a ding, ding, ding.
And smarter than the rest.
We must raise a load of money.
Ain't no pressure, but hurry the hell up.
Both faced overwhelming obstacles.
Do not challenge the intelligence of my audience.
They will feel sorry for her.
You don't pity somebody who's deaf. You accept them for who they are.
You're either crazy or you're a saboteur, and I don't think you're crazy.
Both led their teams to incredible success.
$695,000.
There is $986,000 for an all-time Apprentice record.
We've never raised this much money in a whole season.
I came to make history. Mission accomplished.
And in them, Mr. Trump saw a matchup he couldn't ignore.
Congratulations, you're my final two.
For their final task, Mr. Trump challenged John and Marlee to create a retro campaign for 7-Up.
One of you will celebrate the 1970s with the Harlem Globetrotters. The other team will be working with Def Leppard to bring to life the 1980s. And we want to give both of your charities $50,000 to get started.
Wow.
Working on the 80s campaign, John pulled in Twisted Sister's Dee Snider for his commercial.
7-Up Retro, still keeping it real!
While Marlee landed 70s 7-Up icon Jeffrey Holder for hers.
The answer is yes.
Okay, great. That's perfect.
But with the clock ticking, John ran into a roadblock.
I need a kick drum. You don't want to have him playing the kick drum.
While Marley hit a wall of her own.
Jeffrey Holder, he's refusing to sign the release.
My heart dropped. I didn't have a plan B in place.
I'm gonna throw this phone across the room.
Tonight, it's winner take all.
As project managers, you've opposed each other twice. You've won one, Marley's won one.
This is a dead heat as far as I'm concerned, and every move counts.
As the best of the best face off in the final match of the season.
It is on like Donkey Kong, brother.
Hollywood versus Nashville.
You ready for the main event? I'm gonna give Marley everything I have. I want that $250,000 for St. Jude.
Whatever it takes to beat John Rich is what I'll bring to the table. Watch out, John Rich. Don't ever underestimate me.
Tonight, one will become the Celebrity Apprentice.
have to get going. Next will be Jeffrey Holder. Yeah, and we're waiting for him to come in.
Jeffrey Holder is the voice of 7-Up in the 70s. He is so iconic. What better way to tie it all together? Perfect.
Okay.
We'll find out.
What happened? What's wrong? No?
Nothing. We're still just dealing with the Jeffrey thing. Just got to deal with the contract.
But we found out that Jeffrey Holder might not be able to show up because of some contractual dispute. We could be in big trouble.
Jeffrey? Oh, hi, Jeffrey. It's Meatloaf.
And Meatloaf was involved in the telephone. It was a good 2 hours that he had to go back and forth.
Okay, so basically, I just want to bring you up to speed. I'm trying to get this done for you, hopefully within the hour.
His lawyer said that in his 50 years of being a lawyer, he's never seen a contract like this. And I just laughed. I saw the contracts. They're standard release form contracts. But if we didn't have Jeffrey Holder, it's a major disappointment. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick him up.
Yeah, I think you should.
And so I sent a car for him, not knowing if he's going to do it. But why not? Because if you wait, you're stuck. So you just keep moving.
Perfect. Right there. Let's just take a look at this quick. Today is a gargantuan day. We have to do the entire commercial, and we have to do the photo shoot.
You want to look at these a bit, just so you can see what's happening?
I can see them. They look kick-ass. Then I go meet with Def Leppard, and the original phone call with Malvin, the tour manager for Def Leppard, there was really no connection, and I went, okay, I don't have time to explain this right now.
I want you to relax a little bit,
I have
doggy.
less than 2 hours.
No, I'm just saying. Relax a little bit.
I ain't gonna relax. It's important for my team members to make it easier on me if they can. But this entire finale task is gonna hinge on Def Leppard. It's 5 o'clock, just so everybody knows it's 5 o'clock.
We're good. We almost done here. This is the last thing.
Who is sitting in next?
Oh, Mr. Holder.
Mr. Holder, Jeffrey Holder.
Hello?
Oh, he's here. Oh, my gosh.
How are you?
You look fabulous.
I know I look
Hi,
fabulous.
I'm Latoya. How are you?
I'll never forget the moment that door slid open and this big, tall figure in the white suit walked in. I was just like a little girl all over again, seeing him in person.
Hi, you look
I love you. I saw on TV the other night.
And I knew that everything was gonna be fine. Thank God that Meatloaf was finally able to work out the logistics with Jeffrey, and I was very relieved.
Quiet on the set! Act.
Simply marvelous. Ha ha. Be retro and be now.
He was pure professional. Every line that we gave him, he just delivered it perfectly. He charmed the hell out of everybody in that shoot.
Feel the love. Ha ha ha.
Cut. That's what we want. Yay! Jeffrey, Jeffrey, Jeffrey.
Go ahead, Star.
All right, brother.
Here we go. What do we got? All right, it's a rock club. Star and I jump in the van, head over to the Hudson Hotel, and start working on the live performance for the next night. And I'm gonna meet with Def Leppard. Yeah, I'm just waiting on Malvin. We'll get it worked out. They've given me a little bit of a headache, but I am a colleague of theirs. I know the game. They can't bull me. I'll do the show, and you can just go home. I'm more than prepared to say that to these guys.
Coming up, the fired celebrities reunite for the first time since leaving the boardroom. And later, a world premiere musical performance by John Rich and Marley Matlin. Welcome back to the live season finale of The Celebrity Apprentice.
Before we go on, I just want to take a second to congratulate Ivanka, who is expecting her first child, and Don Jr. and his wife Vanessa, who are expecting their third. Congratulations, kids. They're great kids. Okay, let's get back to the task right now.
I am at the Hudson Hotel, and I'm gonna meet Def Leppard. I'm hoping they don't really push me hard, because they're gonna see me bow up at them like they not experienced.
Hey, John?
Yes.
Meet my
Is that
crew.
you? All right.
Hey, look at that stage.
Awesome, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Good to
Nice to
see
see
you.
you.
Sorry to wear you out, man. It's been crazy.
I know, we understand.
John, pleasure to be with you guys. Yeah, man. How you
How's it
doing?
going?
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. How are you? I'm playing for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis. Do you guys know about this hospital? It's the greatest children's hospital on earth. I'm going to attempt to connect with them personally about St. Jude, and hopefully when they feel that passion coming from me, they will not fight me on anything. I'm obviously gonna be bringing you guys out and hosting this thing. Is there any chance anybody can hit the kick where I can come out and get the crowd singing, 7 Up is rocking, 7 Up is rocking the country. Rocking the country, get it? And then you guys come out, I go, everybody, Def Leppard. And you guys come out and wow in your first song.
There's a way to do it without using the kick drum, I think.
Okay.
Because the minute you involve any of the band, it kind of takes it away from the thing.
Yeah.
So I think if you started it like that...
No beat going?
I think what you just did is really impressive.
It'll be fine.
Get your fist pumping and
One-man band, just boom, boom, just on the floor like that.
Get the attention of everybody.
On the stage like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard one.
Yeah, it'll be huge.
7 Up is rocking, 7 Up is rocking the country. Come on, boom, 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 just like that.
Yeah, great.
You've got
Okay.
it.
You got the gig, man. You got the
Hey,
gig.
can I be in the band?
Yeah, you join.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
I finally got the Def Leppard thing under control, and that really is a comment on Def Leppard and on Malvin, how they are really real guys. I feel like I've got a great line of communication with Malvin, and that's cool. Thank you, guys. Really excited about the opportunity. Thank you.
And all for
Can't
good
wait.
cause.
Thank you.
More importantly.
It's a great cause for the kids. Thanks, bud.
This is the gym.
We have a lot to do. This is the game room.
This is the event, and we do have a lot to do.
It's the morning of the event, and I'm feeling pressured because this is the final push, and I've got to do this to make sure everything is in place. We'll see.
Okay, Marley, This room needs to be designed as this stuff gets unfolded. We need to know kind of where it goes.
We don't have a schedule. We don't have a plan. Nothing's been delegated. I had no idea whether we were going to be able to put together an event space that looked like, you know, a barn or something that would have reflected our goals.
Those tables are ours. They need to get in the gym.
Let's
like
get those in the
chairs.
gym, because I need to get this out of the way. All we have is a pile of crap. We have to start somewhere. Where do we start?
Hey, balloon guy. How are you?
Can you tell him what to do with the balloons?
I don't know who they are. Do you?
I know what to do with the balloons.
Nothing was delegated. We didn't know what we were doing. I feel that there were other people that would have given a little bit more than what Marley was giving. If we don't get it done, John Rich is going to win this, definitely, without a doubt.
They were crazy, they were outspoken, and eventually they were fired. Please welcome David Cassidy, Lisa Rinna, Nikki Taylor, Mark McGrath, Hope Jurassic, Little John, Latoya Jackson, Star Jones, Meatloaf, Gary Busey, and Nene Leakes. David.
Yes.
You had a huge fight with Richard Hatch, and now he's in jail, as you know. We all know. How do you feel about that? Do you feel badly for him, or couldn't you care less?
Oh, no, I could care. A lot. I think he actually is in the right place at the right time. I honestly think that, you know, when you take the low road, where else would you end up but on a cold slab somewhere? And quite frankly, I think it was just.
Well, he might be watching right now.
Well,
I mean,
I
I don't
hope
know
he
if he's
is.
allowed to be watching,
Hope
but he
you're
might
enjoying,
be watching.
yes. Never mind. I thought it was vindication, and I told you. I mean, I did say, everybody on our team said, who should we fire? And they all said, Richard. And I understood why you did what you did. And I think you did the right thing.
All right, David, we loved having you.
Thank
You're
you.
a
I
great
love
guy.
being here. And
Lisa,
I thank all
you blamed. Lisa, you blamed your whole team. Who in particular would you put as the reason that it didn't work out quite as long as you would have hoped?
Well, I think that was shown on television, and if you ask the audience, I think they would answer that question.
Who is that? Is it Star? So, Star, how do you feel about that?
It was a competition, Mr. Trump. Bring your A game.
Lisa, response?
Well, you know, I don't usually like to respond to that person, so.
But
no
someday you're going to get
response.
along well. Someday they're going to get along well. And Gary, we're going to be speaking to you in 2 seconds, okay?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Coming up.
It's fun to be a dog when you're human. Never know what's going to come out of Gary.
Yes, today we have fun.
Successful.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Busey!
Hey, you know what would be good is wear underwear on the outside of my pants.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Well, I'm not sure. It's fun to be a dog when you're human. Never know what's going to come out of Gary.
He's either a genius or a moron, and I can't figure it out.
Circles never die. There's two things you never wanted to do. Pet a burning dog and fry bacon naked. There's a lot of surprises in what you get when you take me.
And that's what we are here for, to help others. Yay, yay, yay.
Yes, today we have fun.
You are a piece of work, Gary.
I always give it all I got, whatever I'm doing. Even if it's brushing my teeth, taking a shower, cracking a hard-boiled egg. Successful.
Okay, Gary, let's settle this once and for all. Are you crazy or crazy like a fox?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm very mysterious when I work. And I don't let others know what I'm thinking or how I'm moving. And I'm also trained in neuro-linguistic programming, which means I can watch people's eyes when they're talking to me and tell if they're lying, telling the truth, or making up a story that has nothing to do with the subject we're talking on. I was project manager for Omaha Steaks. I had a great idea where the 12-year-old son and the 10-year-old daughter make a steak for their father.
All right, Gary, did you like Meatloaf? Let me ask you that question. You're sitting next to Meatloaf. How are you getting along now with Meatloaf? Because you had a fight the likes of which nobody, I think, has ever seen. I've never seen anything like it.
I didn't have the fight.
How do you like him?
I like him well. I didn't have the fight. I was in focus at that time. And I stood there like a negotiator and a mediator, giving him his space and his emotional level to ride with.
Meatloaf, how would you respond? Do you like Gary? Are you liking him better? Good. Hey. How do you feel about Gary? Meatloaf, how do you feel about Gary now? Because he did drive you a little crazy.
He drove me a little, but I've known Gary a long time. Gary and I go back to when he did Buddy Holly. And Gary and I hung out with some of the Stones and with Belushi and some people back in the 70s. And Gary and I have done a couple of films together, even though we never shot a scene together. We've been in films together. So I've been around Gary a long time. And I understand Gary. And one reason I understand Gary is because he had some head trauma, but I've had 18 concussions and a fractured skull. So I completely understand him.
All right, well, that's good. Hey. You know what? We loved having both of you on Celebrity Apprentice. That I can tell you.
Great. I have to say
Go
this.
ahead, Gary.
Omaha Steaks, I had the...
Okay. All right. Hold it.
I had an idea where the
Forget
12-year-old
it, Gary.
son
Enough.
and the daughter...
Little John. Little John.
Hey!
You have become...
Say here.
Quiet, Gary. Little John, you've really become a star. You were a star before, but you're a big star now, and people love you, Little John. You know that. And you know what? You are one smart guy. How do you feel about Gary? Because you had your problems with Gary. How do you feel?
Gary is great. Now that I had a break from Gary, because you have to understand we were shooting the show every day, high pressure situations, a lot of stress, and sometimes you don't want Buseyisms. But I love Buseyisms. And now that I had a break, and Gary even came and hung out with me in Vegas. Like, Gary's good people. Hey, big heart, good guy.
How did you like being on the show?
It was great. I wouldn't do it again.
You wouldn't?
Because, quiet, listen. Because it's hard. It's very hard. Y'all don't have any idea
It is hard,
how hard
isn't it,
this
huh?
show is.
It is hard, isn't it?
Very hard.
Gary,
I'd do it again.
Hey, Gary,
Yeah.
you love that guy, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see it. I can see it.
Love. Mr.
I
Trump,
can see it.
Mr. Trump, I had the idea of the Father's Day, and I'm going to get this finished.
This is good.
And what? The daughter and the son made him Omaha Steak. They gave him a kite for his Father's Day.
We're leaving now, okay?
They gave him a kite
Good.
for his Father's Day, and now Omaha Steaks is selling the meat package with a kite shaped as a ribeye steak with all the Omaha Steak things. And here is the kite from Omaha Steaks, my idea they took advantage of.
All right, sit down, Gary. Sit down. Sit down. Get out of here, Gary. Good. Good. In a season that was billed as crazy good, Gary, you definitely brought the crazy. But now we're going to see how Marley and John can deliver. We all love Marley and John?
Yes!
Can they deliver?
Yes!
They're both great. Take a look.
Hey, Eddie, how you doing, man? Nice to see you.
I'm gonna hang these signs for you. You just need to give me a placement.
Well, I can tell you where we can start number one with. I might go over here on that rail with it. So, because I've got my VIP sitting right here.
Okay.
So when they're looking down, you know, it's everywhere they're looking, they see their big 7-Up. First thing in the morning, we headed straight to the venue at the Hudson to start thinking about how we're gonna put this room together.
I want these to paper the entire, every open
Everywhere.
surface.
Like wallpaper. It feels like you're putting up the Christmas tree or something. We don't have a lot of time to do it, but we're very organized right now, and it's just gonna be boom, 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 get the room set.
Look at that can. The 7-Up people are gonna be blown away.
I think we nailed that.
Boy, this looks great, man. Woo! It's the most glorious display I've ever seen. Honestly, it was breathtaking. It really was. It was like staring at the Mona Lisa, but 7-Up retro cans.
So this 7-Up, there's that 7-Up. There'll be a 7-Up. I mean, they're surrounded, dude. We're slamming the room with
Great.
it.
And then the balloons are coming.
We want to bomb this wall with balloons because it's a little janky, okay? I am a event planner extraordinaire. I have given parties in my home for 300 people, and I have done a big event. You might have heard something about it. It was a wedding. Marriage didn't do too well, but the wedding sure was fabulous.
John.
Yes.
Hey.
How are you, man? Good to see you. What's going on?
Yeah, my
Pleasure.
wife's seen it.
Hi, how are you?
We just want to thank you because you've done so much for raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Yes, sir.
So we wanted to come by and wish you luck and thank you. And also, this is from
You're
the
kidding.
entire team at the Melting Pot Restaurants.
No kidding.
Yeah, everybody.
This is a donation?
Yeah, take a look.
You're kidding me. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. 25,000 bucks.
That's great.
Thank you so much. It's not even a fundraising task. I don't care. I'm going for the win. I want a chance at going way over $1 million for the kids at St. Jude, and my friend bringing 25 grand was a huge, huge bonus. This is the kind of move that Mr. Trump will really respect. We're at like 725,000. I was right at 700. This puts me over.
That's
this is
awesome.
700 and a quarter. That's huge.
That's great.
Thank you very much. God, this is so huge. So huge. The kids appreciate it so much. Thank you very much. God bless.
Okay, what the hell am I doing? Hell if I know.
We have so much to do. We have an hour until the Globetrotters come, and we have to make sure that everything they want is ready.
This is Globetrotters.
We need another table. Towel.
Why don't we put the towels on the benches? Just roll them and then just put like this on the benches.
Marley finally stepped up and actually tried to be project manager.
Okay, perfect.
Locker rooms are set up.
She's taking on what needs to be addressed and running with it.
Can we do it over there?
Good idea.
Thank you.
I think we're gonna put that one there. We're gonna put those two on the sides of the television set.
The can.
Yes, yes, we could do that.
Nice, very nice.
Very nice.
Love it.
Hi, how you doing?
It's you, baby.
Funny, funny, funny. I love it.
This is cool. Everything's coming together.
It started to fall into place. Where chairs were here and tables were here, I wanted to make sure that my poster was in the right place so that we could display everything perfectly. It all worked out beautifully.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you,
You're
thank you,
welcome.
thank you.
Hey,
gentlemen.
And then I had a chance to meet the Globetrotters, and being such a huge fan, it was just a thrill for me.
Thank you so much for coming. We have to win.
We will win. Take care of your chair. Good job.
This has been one emotional roller coaster, but yet I stood my ground, stayed strong, stayed focused, and I keep reminding myself that I'm here for charity, I'm here for the deaf kids, and it just keeps me going.
Coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Def Leppard!
Dude, no Def Leppard? Was that my fault that they didn't come out?
Unbelievable.
This is the Celebrity Apprentice season finale, live from New York University's Skirball Center.
I'm usually not nervous. It's just a circumstance I've never been in before.
Yeah, I understand what she's saying.
The event is just about ready to start, and my heart is beating. Game is on, baby.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm Meatloaf with
Good to
Team
see
Marley.
you.
Come on in for the 70s 7-Up Retro. That's a tongue twister. How are you? In the 70s, I had Bat Out of Hell, and it was the biggest selling album in the world. So I guess for this event and who the people were in front of her, I was Mr. 70s. And I stood at the front door. There was not a single person that I didn't introduce myself to and make them feel welcome to Marley's event.
Howdy, gentlemen.
How are you?
Rich Hatch, pleasure. Welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you, Mother.
How are you? Pleased to meet you. Just come in and enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Hello.
Mr. Trump walked in with the executives from 7-Up, and I made sure that they were greeted properly, that they got their picture taken on the green carpet.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone doing? It's so nice to see all of you. I'm so honored to be with all of you today. This charity that I am playing for is the Starkey Hearing Foundation.
When I had a chance to speak in front of everyone, I knew that it was my final task to make that presentation hit every single message point right on the head, and then everything else sort of fell into place.
Starkey is able to sponsor missions around the world, giving deaf children the gift of hearing.
I was very, very impressed with how flawlessly Marley made her presentation.
I think she's fantastic. I think she's incredibly bright. I think she's very competent, and I think she did very, very, very well.
Today, we are launching a new 7-Up product. May I please present our commercial, 7-Up Retro. Feel the love, and I hope you enjoy it.
Some things from the 70s should stay in the 70s. Made with pure sugar.
I'm in the crib. I'm gonna boogie. Feel the love.
Be retro, be now.
I got me a jackrabbit, about the 8-mile marker, just south Alamo City. That's a 10-4, y'all.
Better bubbles.
I am your woman, because I am pure, bright, and I hold your hopes.
Crisp, clean, refreshing.
Crying out loud, I'm a bat out of hell!
Natural flavors. 7-Up Retro, ahead of its time.
Oh my God.
Simply marvelous. 7-Up Retro.
I don't think I could have done any better. And I think what just makes it the kicker is putting Jeffrey Holder in a commercial. I think without him, it wouldn't have worked.
Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat.
Sit right here, honey. You're gonna love this, the basketball players. Here, slide over.
Please welcome the Harlem Globetrotters!
When we handed the mic over to them, they took the show. The only thing can top the Globetrotters is a Beatles reunion.
I loved the Harlem Globetrotters. They are a wonderful, iconic 70s image that meshed beautifully with the 70s theme of 7-Up.
Marley made a great choice.
Mr. Trump made the absolutely right choice. Not a doubt in my mind, Marley's where she should be.
Look at him. Look at Marley.
And the event is perfect. Marley won. That's my honest opinion. I don't see anybody could be better.
Everybody applauded. Everybody was happy. It's finished. I thought, wow, that's it. I did good. I did great. I remember the first day with all 16 of us and how I thought, how could this ever get to the point when there was only 2 left? I feel like I'm still dreaming. I really do. It's so important to me to be able to have the opportunity to hand over a check for $250,000 to my charity and say, look, I worked my butt off for you. but it was worth every single second. John Rich, watch out. Don't ever underestimate me. I am the Celebrity Apprentice.
So we start at 6:15. Come on down to the monitor desk.
You got it, brother.
All right. So next time I see you, you'll be there.
Good luck.
We'll be going.
All right,
hot
you got
with it.
this. You got
See
this.
bro.
Come on now. I
knock
know
it
you
out.
got
Come
it,
on,
dog.
cousin.
I know you got it, brother.
Awesome to see you. How's it going?
Colby Swan, good to see you.
Nice to see you, sir.
John, listen, we are so excited about what you've been able to accomplish for St. Jude Children's
sir.
Research Hospital, and we support that mission. So we want to give $250,000 to the children. Right here it is.
Mind-blowing. $250,000. I am now officially going to surge over $1 million. I think that is a humongous, overpowering move. I intend on being the winner tonight. God bless you. Enjoy the show. And we got a place for you guys upstairs. These guys can take you right to the VIP section, right?
Come on up. Just follow the guy with dreadlocks.
Hello, welcome, welcome. Come on in, everybody.
7-Up Retro's in the house. Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it. Welcome.
Hello, welcome.
How you doing? We're all Brett and Michaels for a night. It's 80s style. Here we go. Oh, nice to meet you guys.
Let's go downstairs.
You going down?
Yep, now.
Let's do it.
Hi. How are you? A good time.
Mr. Trump's upstairs.
I'm gonna talk to him through the microphone.
Hi, Larry. How are you?
One thing that stood out when we walked into the first one, Marley met us at the door and never let me out of her sight.
Here, nobody met us.
No.
It's a good
1, 2, 3.
St. Jude!
This is the finale. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for. It's the reason I came to do Celebrity Apprentice. You cannot mess it up. It has to be spot on. You gotta nail it. Hey, everybody. Are you feeling good? Say yeah. Thank you for all the donations. And now let's talk about some 7-Up Retro, baby. You ready? Check out our 60-second commercial. Here it is. Okay, next. Go for it, buddy. Whoa. Thank you. Thank you. Next. Hit it. Thank you. Okay. Next. All right, man. Show us what you got. Hey, brother, come here. Come here. Drink this and try it one more time, okay? 7-Up Retro, still keeping it real.
7-Up Retro, keeping it crisp, keeping it clean, still keeping it real.
You ready for the main event? And I got something I'd like you to sing with me. It goes like this. Put your hands together, come on. I said 7-Up is rocking, 7-Up is rocking the country. One more time, as loud as you can. I said 7-Up is rocking. Ladies and gentlemen, Def Leppard. Dude, no Def Leppard?
On the way down.
What happened?
It's early.
I thought we said, was that my fault that they didn't come out?
It's only 6:40 right now, and you have them down at 7 o'clock.
Well, how long until they get here?
7.
Can you
Unbelievable.
Coming up, it's the best of the worst of Nene. And later, Marley takes on John Rich live.
The band's rider is 7 o'clock. So
And he didn't know that?
Unbelievable. I'm mad at myself for making that mistake. Any misstep can be a big deal to Donald Trump, and that would be a really tough thing for me to deal with if having a misstep would potentially cost my charity $250,000. Can I plug in an acoustic guitar and sing for 15 minutes or something?
You have one with you?
I have one in that room back there.
Yeah.
What the hell? I'll open for Def Leppard. I caused the issue. I'm the boss. This is all about my charity. I'm gonna get up and play some songs. You got a pick? I hate to ask, I didn't plan on playing.
I'll get you a pick.
I got myself a lemon. What do you do with lemons? You make lemonade. Pour everybody a big glass of it. We had a little different itinerary going on there with Def Leppard, so they're on their way. So I thought maybe I'd get up and play a couple songs for you. I wrote a song for Mr. Trump, and thanks to making it to the finale, I don't ever have to sing it for real. Don't fire me, Mr. Trump. There must be someone else you could bump. 'Cause that girl's kinda crazy and that guy's kinda lazy. So don't fire me, Mr. Trump, Trump, Trump. Screw Def Leppard, I'm playing the show. Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills. Like
John Rich refocused his energy, and then he took the stage and performed. That's what really separates the leaders from the followers. I was so impressed with that man, I cannot tell you.
I got a little something I want us to all sing together. It goes like this. Get your hands together. I said 7-Up is rocking. 7-Up is rocking the country. Come on. Can't hear you. 7-Up is rocking the country. The only thing cooler than introducing Def Leppard is introducing Def Leppard twice. And that's what I did. 65 million records on tour. One of the biggest rock bands of all time. Def Leppard!
Love is like a bomb, baby, come and get it on. Living like a lover with a red eye on. Looking like a tramp, like a video van. Demolition woman, can I be your man?
I'm proud of you. Man, you don't understand. I'm proud of you. Real. $1 million for those kids plus. Amazing. Amazing. From my heart, dog. Real. Love you, brother. Me and John been through thick and thin together, so for me to help him win this would be great. And we are gonna win this.
Rock of ages, still rolling, keep rolling. Rock of ages, still rolling, rock and rolling. We got the power, got the glory. Just say you need us, and if you need us, say aye. Say aye. We're gonna burn this place down to the ground. Thank you.
There's no way to know if we won or not until we hear that news. But I can tell you, without a doubt, there was no more money left out there in donor world. I know that I could not have done more for the charity tonight, and I just gotta hope that Mr. Trump and the executives say, John Rich, you did a great job. You did the best job. You win. Def Leppard, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Have a good night. Enjoy yourself. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Hi, Larry, Jim.
Morning.
Morning.
So to me, both teams looked awfully good. What do you think, Larry?
They both exceeded expectations. You know, when I looked at it last night, Donald, I was thinking I'd hire both of them. I think Marley is just the unbelievable salesperson, and John is a fabulous, fabulous marketer.
What event did you like better, the Harlem Globetrotters or Def Leppard?
Well, they were both great. The Harlem Globetrotters are a classic. They really entertained it. What I liked was the Feel the Love campaign integrated perfectly with the Starkey Foundation, which was Marley's charity. What I liked about John's was the display was fabulous.
What about the negatives from John Rich?
You know, when we came into the first event, Marley met us at the door, stayed right there with us. I didn't meet John until after the show.
John's situation was more about the slip up in terms of the time frame when the entertainment started.
That was a real negative, wasn't it?
Yeah. From Marley's standpoint, I think the level of signage at the event hall was a little bit less than what I would have liked.
Okay, I'm looking at two cans. One to me is phenomenal. The other one is good.
You're right, they're both excellent. We could roll these out tomorrow.
Tell me, what did you think of the commercials?
Both commercials were fantastic. We're rolling both products right after the final episode. They were both excellent. You've got a tough, tough decision on that.
Fellas, great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Jim. 7-Up was so happy with the job John and Marley did that both of their cans are now available nationally, all over the place, folks. Go get them. Now, 7-Up is truly an original. And Nene, talking about original, you're an original. Let's take a look.
I worked my ass off while you sat there and looked like Casper the Ghost. Let's be clear, Casper. You've not fooled me. Be gone. Disappear, Ghost. I'm letting you know you're getting all out of control yourself. I want you to know that it's my shoot. So everybody shut the up. It's pissing me off. You press the last button at me, Miss Star Jones, and I will do you when the rest of these girls won't. I'm the girl that's not scared of you. I will take you down. Now, where's Barbara Walters? Wow. Wow.
Wow.
At least let me know what you're accusing me of.
Shut the up, punk ass bitch. Come on back and play, honey. Play with the big girls, honey. Game on.
Nene, I have to say, we loved having you on this show. You were great.
Thank you
Now,
so much.
you abandoned us. You left. Why did you do it? I know you have a lot of courage. Why did you do that exactly?
You know, I don't live with regrets. I want you to know I don't regret leaving because I know that I did what was best for me at the time. So I did what was best. I needed to leave.
Did Star get under your skin, would you say?
Did she do what now?
Did she get under your skin? Did she bother you? Did she drive you a little bit?
She bothered me a lot.
I've watched you over the last couple of weeks. You've done a lot of television, so has Star. You've said some very nasty things about Star. She's said some nasty things about you. Have you come to grips with it, both of you, Nene?
I'm absolutely okay. I don't hold grudges. That's just not who I am. I was very honest in the things that I said, and I stand by them.
Star, what's your opinion of Nene?
Well, I had an amazing time on the show. I just want to say thank you, first of all. But let me say that I was a little disheartened as I watched the episodes unfold throughout the season to see that Nene used this amazing platform to attack every single black woman on the show.
Oh, let's not go there with black.
Excuse me.
Because it's not about a racial thing.
Tonight,
it's not about a racial
it's
thing.
so not about us.
It's not about a racial
thing. It's about John Rich and Marley Matlin
and
Mr. Trump. I'm very, very pleased to be able to say that right now.
We get the picture.
Here we go again.
We get the picture.
Excuse me, Mr. Trump. I'd like to actually be able to finish my statement tonight.
All right.
Tonight, I'd like to actually be able to say, as a professional woman, I was embarrassed, as were so many professional women around the country.
All right.
A million times.
Okay, LaToya, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry to do this, LaToya.
Go ahead.
But Nene really went after you. She called you Casper the Ghost, lots of other things. And yet,
She did.
for some reason, you seem to like Nene, but not Star. Why is that?
You know what it is, Donald, Mr. Trump, as I should call you? The fact is that I truly believed and I knew that Star was using Nene as her mouthpiece. Star was really manipulating everything that was going on.
I don't think Star was manipulating
No,
Nene.
Nene didn't realize that she was using her as her mouthpiece, and then when I showed her and she says, you know what, you're right, she caught on to it. But I must say this, Nene, deep down inside, when I got to know her, she has a really good heart. She really does.
I agree with that.
And I forgave her for what she said.
I agree with that. And by the way, I think Star is terrific too. Someday you're going to get along great, Nene. You and Star will go out to lunch. You'll be best friends. No? No? I don't know. Let's take a break.
When pigs fly.
Let's take a break.
Coming up, a world premiere performance by John Rich and Marlee Matlin before they face off live in the final boardroom of the season.
Jack, you were truly a breakout star. How has Celebrity Apprentice changed your life?
It's been great. I mean, people have stopped me in the grocery store of all places, so it's been fantastic.
Well, let me tell you something. You're going to be a very famous guy, and I want 25%. Come on, Jack.
All right.
All right. Well, he's a great guy, folks. Let's get back to the show. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming back. I'm sure Marlee and John, you appreciate it.
Much appreciated.
So, John Rich, how'd you do?
Very, very proud of my team. What a huge task this was. And I think we built a marketing campaign that could sell $1 billion worth of 7-Up Retro. And I think at the end of the day, that's what this company's looking for. I'm sure both teams came with exciting, creative ideas, but I think our campaign, as a guy who's marketed music for a long, long time, it all comes down to that phrase and it all comes down to that visual and one really simple thought put forward, and I think the thought we put forward is going to sell immense amounts of product for this company.
Okay, good. So, Marlee, if you won, why?
I think I won probably most definitely because we completed our task. We went all out. We had class with each and everything that we were asked to do, whether it was the commercial or the poster or the standee or the can design. Everything came together in one big package.
I'll be honest with you, I think you both did a great job.
Okay. Thank you.
And the executives from 7-Up also felt you both did a great job. But ultimately, in this case, I took their advice, but it's going to be my decision. All right? Ivanka, Don, show the material to each of the teams. I want to just get their opinion as to how the other team did. The cans and the packaging.
Hey, nice.
I've done that before.
I've done that.
Ah, that's nice.
Let's go. Oh.
That's the back. It's cool.
So, John Rich, what do you think of their work product?
I think if these were album covers, ours wins, because it's all about walking into a store where there's hundreds of products and one of them has to jump off of the shelf at you, just like a CD has to jump off the shelf. And I think after looking at the two cans, theirs is cool, but it does not explode like our can does.
Marlee, what do you think of what they did?
Well, I like the design, the stripes, that's pretty cool.
Pretty sharp design, Marlee.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool sort of 80s design. I like that. I find it a little troubling that there's no phrase here that relates to the charity, whereas mine, Feel the Love, is actually on our can, relates to the fact
By the
that
way, they liked your phrase very much. They did like that.
Thank you. And I would have added some more information, the words like they do on the regular cans, refreshing. It's a little plain, but I like it. I like it.
What do you think, LaToya?
The can, it pops.
It
I have
have
to
pop.
be honest, it pops. It
You would
jumps
like
out
that
at
can.
you.
I can see you liking that can.
No, I do like this can, and I hate to say that, guys, but I do like it. It's
That
really
can
great.
says you have to drink me right
No,
now.
it does.
I'm
It
gonna
says
be
that,
honest.
but our can is good too.
If you're walking down the aisle of a grocery market, which one are you going to gravitate towards? It's very simple, no matter what era it is, you know?
Well, you know, the champion isn't all about the can, but the can's a big thing, and they liked both, but they thought that one can was fabulous.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just part of it, John.
Right. Sure.
So you understand that. Okay. Marley, let's talk about the events.
Okay.
Did you execute well? Harlem Globetrotters are terrific. Were you happy?
I was completely happy with how we dealt with this. The outcome, I think, was amazing. It just came out there in that short amount of time. Overall, I think it was incredible. We had a giant disco ball as a centerpiece of our event. It felt like a party, and it was there for 7-Up, everything in green. It was wonderful.
And they were really warm people. Those Globetrotters, they really have a certain warmth.
Oh, the Harlem Globetrotters
They were
are
passionate about their
fantastic.
basketball game, you have to say that.
And I stood at the door and introduced myself and shook everybody's hand that walked through that door.
I have to say that the execution of your event was seamless, just in terms of the presentation, how it flowed directly into the basketball element, and a lot of fun. I also really appreciate, and Meatloaf, you just said that you stood out and greeted the executives. This was not lost upon them. So the fact that you were there, that you welcomed them, that Marley came and welcomed them was a definite positive.
Thank you.
And that is true. I mean, I was greeted by Meatloaf, and LaToya was
Yes,
right
we
there,
greeted
and they
everyone.
walked me in. And honestly, I wasn't really greeted by anybody from your team.
Nor were the executives, by the way.
Yes,
And
nor
they
were the
noticed that. They mentioned it to me.
Let's talk about your event.
Okay.
Were you happy?
Yes, I was.
Why was Def Leppard so late? Because I wanted to very much hear. And you did a great job of, hey,
Vamping.
your singing is fantastic, okay?
Thank you.
Vamping, I guess you call it
Did you like my
vamping.
song for you?
I thought your song was great. I think
I
you're great.
commented to my father that it's a good thing you're a singer because you announced them, nothing happened for around 20 minutes, and then they came out, but you could fill the
He had
space.
to improvise. But tell me, why were they so late? Can you blame yourself for that?
Yeah, I don't
Was
want
it your fault?
blame anything on Def Leppard. I was glad they were there to play the event.
Okay.
One other element that came into play, and that is that almost $300,000 worth of donations came in right before that moment, and that rattled me. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't get rattled. Seeing that money come in, I had St. Jude kids in the room.
How much did you
Wait,
raise?
wait. Is this a fundraising task? I don't
No,
understand.
It isn't, Marley, but he did raise a lot of money, and it isn't. And I can't give him credit for that, although deep down inside, maybe I do.
I'm only here to raise money. I'm
We're
here
not
to raise
computers.
money, and I looked at this opportunity.
Let me ask you,
as
how
a
much
huge-
did you raise?
Last night?
Yeah.
Last night, $275,000 came in.
Coming up, John Rich and Marley Matlin join Mr. Trump live. Welcome back to the live season finale of The Celebrity Apprentice.
Let me ask you, how much did you raise?
Last night?
Yeah.
Last night, $275,000 came in.
He got one group, a great group, that gave him $250,000, another that gave him $25,000.
And listen, I could get that anytime if that was the task, but that wasn't the task. I mean, I could have got double.
Marley, you're
the point,
100%
though-
right, but he did raise it.
I think the point, though, was that John was trying to go above and beyond because he could and because it was the final task.
I would have absolutely have done that. So, again, if you were looking at that as a bonus, I don't know if that's necessarily.
Well, I'm not going to give a bonus for it. I think it was a very nice thing, and I'm not going to give a bonus because you understood it was not a fundraiser.
Absolutely,
John,
but it was such a unique opportunity to be in the finale of Celebrity Apprentice that I just said, if anybody out there wants to step up, this is the finale. They made the check directly to St. Jude, and I'm not going to turn that down. I've been pedaled to the floor this entire season. You can ask anybody at
And
this
I
table.
have too as well. I
I know,
have too
and I'm
as
not
well.
saying you haven't. I'm just saying, speaking on behalf of myself, every favor I could pull, whether I was project manager or not, I pulled favors, and this was no exception at the end. I'm not going to leave any card in the shoe, because this is it.
Mr. Trump, I've worked for both John Rich and Marley Matlin, and Marley Matlin has not one iota less of heart toward her charity than does John, and both of them are amazing. I don't have anywhere near that much heart.
You have plenty of heart, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. Well, obviously, you're to be congratulated for being the finalists, but maybe there's an even bigger reason to congratulate both of you. Largely due to your efforts, Celebrity Apprentice has raised almost $3 million for charity this season, which is a record. We've never done that before. And I just want to congratulate both of you on that. Okay. The 6 of you have been absolutely fantastic. So I'll see you around. I'll see you soon. Congratulations on just being really spectacular people. You 2 stay here. You 6, get the hell out of here.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Great job. Great job, everybody.
Thank you guys very much.
Thanks for having us.
Fantastic job.
Thank you for having
Meatloaf, boy, you have a lot of heart. We love that meatloaf, don't we?
Yep.
Brother, good luck.
Thank you.
Marley?
See you. Thank you.
Great people, aren't they? Really, you've made a lot of
Quality.
friends. It's just like they're great people. Okay. Are you ready? Are we all
Absolutely. Bring it
set?
on.
This is painful. This is not easy. But it's got to be done. This is one very tough decision. She was the heart and soul of her team and raised the most money for a single task in the history of The Apprentice, $1 million in one night. Marley Matlin, come on out. He was a creative genius, writing, singing, and fundraising his way to the top. Please welcome John Rich. Great job. Oh, wow. Wow, thank you very much. Thank you. Beautiful. Wow. Hey.
One time.
Yes.
Awesome.
So Marley, it's been interesting. It's been a lot of work. What's it been like for you to be on Celebrity Apprentice?
It's been an amazing week. I couldn't have asked. It was just the most wonderful thing. Fans have been nothing but supportive all this week, whether they made comments about me, about the can, about everything that I've done from day one. And I really do thank everyone, especially my family, my 4 kids. I just couldn't have done it without them.
Well, you know, you won the Academy Award, and you're an even bigger star now. You have been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good job. You 2 really like each other, don't you, huh?
She's great.
She is great, and you're great.
Thank you.
So what's it been like?
It's been a tornado of activity. It's been great though because you get to talk about your charity over and over and over to so many people, and I think I've said the word St. Jude 1,000 times in the last week, which has been great.
St. Jude is terrific. Okay, we've got plenty more to reveal, including the announcement you've all been waiting for. It's coming up very, very soon.
Coming up, Marley and John take the stage for a world premiere performance.
Meatloaf, you got to know them both very well. Who do you like?
Oh, my word. You would have to ask me that.
I have
now,
to do
wouldn't
it,
you?
Meatloaf. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? I love both of them. And in fact, I've stayed in touch with both of them quite a bit. In fact, Garth Brooks, Reba, myself, and Miley are playing the
And by the way,
Starkey
Trace Atkins, who's in the audience,
That's right.
who was a fantastic guy and a big country singer, right?
But I'm playing.
Who do you like, Meatloaf?
I'm coming there.
Who do you like?
I'm coming there. I'm playing the
We don't
Starkey
have all night,
Foundation.
Meatloaf. Who do you
I
like?
understand that. Who do I like?
Who,
you know,
Meatloaf? Come on,
You
quick.
know what? You've broken every rule this year,
I
right?
have. I break rules.
You brought
Go ahead.
LaToya back
Okay,
twice.
forget it, Meatloaf. Nene, who do you like?
I like them both.
Gary?
I like them both, too.
Star, can you be a little specific, please?
You're actually asking an open-ended question. We like them both.
Well, you do, but who do you like to win Celebrity Apprentice?
On empirical evidence, both of them equal out. They both raised a tremendous amount of money. They're both great leaders, marketers, brand messengers.
Who do you like?
You broke the rules. They both win.
Who do you like, Star?
John Rich raising that extra $275,000 takes it over the top.
Little John, I know your answer. You've become a great friend of John. Is that right?
We've known each other for 6 years.
Who do you like?
You really got to ask me that?
I don't have to ask you that question.
John
You love
Rich.
John. We love him. Okay. LaToya, do you have an opinion?
I sure do.
Forget Meatloaf. Meatloaf, you had your chance. LaToya, do you have an opinion?
Yes, I do.
Who do you like?
I like them both, but guess what? John Rich executed himself so well, I think he should be the apprentice.
David, who do you like? Who do you like, David?
I have to say that I thought they both did a magnificent job.
Who do you
but
like?
I think Marley did the most.
Okay.
incredible.
Mark, who do you like?
I'll say this really quickly, Brick. Marley had the best week ever in the history of Celebrity Apprentice. John Rich had the best season ever in the history of Celebrity Apprentice. End of story.
All right, it's all about charity, right? So look, we're going to be fighting for $250,000. It's all on the line. Marley, are you excited?
I am extremely excited. Let's
John,
bring it on.
Are you excited?
I want that check.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's just see what happens. Go ahead.
This is really exciting for me right now because I've just been given an opportunity to go to Africa to help out Starkey Hearing Foundation with their mission. And we're going to be giving out hearing aids to deaf kids in Africa. I want to be able to make a difference in these kids' lives. I really am looking forward to it.
Okay, Marley, this boy needs to hear. He doesn't hear anything.
What Starkey does is the foundation raises money and sponsors these missions and goes to these countries to provide the gift of hearing, specifically through hearing aids, to deaf and hard of hearing children and adults. And I mean, I'm amazed at how much work they do.
Ba, 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 ba. Good. Ba, 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 ba.
Hi, Doreen.
Yeah, Doreen. There we go.
I'm seeing kids who have never heard a single sound in their lives. And with the sound, you see their reaction in their eyes. It's so emotionally raw to see somebody experience sound for the first time.
Can you say mama? Mama. That's the first time you heard mama? Yeah?
Yeah.
You can have a medal too, then.
There were so many instances where kids who had never spoken in their entire lives, and then they got their hearing aids, and suddenly these voices just came out of them. And the looks on the families' faces is just priceless. It was a huge gift, a huge gift.
Like this. Wow. When they want to talk like that, then we're good. Yeah.
There was one little girl who had a huge personality, but when we got her hearing aids, it's as if her personality got even bigger, and the transformation was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
She's so happy.
It's important to me to be able to carry that title of Celebrity Apprentice because we're talking about deaf kids who live in silence. They're kept in the dark, and we need to bring them out into light. And I deserve to win so that I can help these kids.
Really beautiful, Marley. And when we come back, we'll see John's charity in action. It's going to be great. Right, John?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Coming up, John or Marley, who will be the Celebrity Apprentice?
While John Rich's head was always in the game here in New York, his heart remained close to home with his charity. Take a look.
I'm playing for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It's the greatest children's hospital in the world. Some of the most aggressive forms of cancer out there are treated at St. Jude. They have saved thousands of children's lives.
And today, I have a great opportunity to meet with the St. Jude kids.
It is a huge, huge experience to go there. How long have you guys been here at St. Jude?
Today is our 12th month, going into our 12th
You've been here a
month.
year.
Almost a year.
What is he battling? What's he taking on?
Our son was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and we've been very blessed because the whole thing's been removed. And since it was removed, about 2 weeks later, we started chemotherapy.
I've been involved with St. Jude Children's Hospital for over 15 years.
But it's different when I go there now because I have a son. God forbid anything ever happened to my son. I would be driving 100 miles an hour down I-40 to Memphis, to St. Jude. How old are you?
14.
14 years old. Well, you look great. I met a little girl named Tiara. She's just one of those people, when you see her, you go, I'm talking to a superstar here. I don't know what you're gonna do, but it's gonna be something great.
Me and my sister write songs. We're
You
actually
and your
working
sister
on
write
one.
songs? You like to sing?
Yes.
I can tell by the way you're smiling you like to sing.
Yes, sir.
If these kids can be okay every day and stay positive and plow through this thing, it truly will change your perspective on your whole life when you go down there and meet them. Incredibly inspiring. This is for all you boys and girls out there and the mamas and daddies. There's a little boy, and he's sitting in his daddy's lap. He smiles and laughs and covers his head in a St. Jude ball cap. For the kids, we trade all our tomorrows. And for the kids, sitting there singing that with these kids sitting there in front of me, it's almost too much, you know? I mean, I'm singing the story on the guy on the front row. And that was about the toughest performance I've ever given. God bless y'all, thank you. You're right here in our hearts. We're gonna keep fighting hard for you. All I'm thinking about is there are people out there that are going through mortal hell every single day, and there is a place like St. Jude that will take them in and give them a chance at life. This is a proud moment for me to be able to sit here in this hospital and sing for these kids. Going home tomorrow? Woo! Going home tomorrow. Thank you, buddy. Give me a go.
Now here's John Rich and Marley Matlin with the world premiere of For the Kids.
There's a little girl, and she's in for the fight of her life. Only 6 years old, facing down the future, no fear in her eyes. Mom and Daddy praying down on their knees for a miracle in Memphis. Lord, won't you help them, please? For the kids, we trade all our tomorrow. And for the kids, we give our heart and soul. They're the heroes of our lives, fighting to survive. So give all you can give for the kids. There's a little boy, and he's sitting in his daddy's lap.
Okay, my celebrities, my great, great celebrities. A show of hands. Who thinks that John should win? All right, that's surprising. A little bit surprising. And who thinks that Marley should win? All right, that's fair. Lisa, that's fair. Why do you feel that, Lisa?
I like both of them so much. I think they are both so deserving. And I will say that from the start, that first day you asked me, I picked John Rich.
Okay. But
as
you
the
changed your
winner.
mind.
Why? I voted for both of them, actually.
Well, right now you voted for Marley. So Marley, why should I pick you as the Celebrity Apprentice?
Well, Mr. Trump, you should pick me as a Celebrity Apprentice because my charity, the Starkey Hearing Foundation, is my life. I am a living example of what they can do. When I was a little girl, people said that I couldn't be an actress, even though I wanted to go to Hollywood. That was fine. I moved on. When I won my Academy Award for Best Actress at 21 years old, the next day someone said she won out of pity and that she will never, ever work again. She's DOA, deaf on arrival.
Whoa.
So those barriers always have come in my life, and I beat them down. Now, Mr. Trump, with all due respect, you and I have something in common, and that is we never take no for an answer. Never.
Right.
I refuse to back down. I never take no. And the whole time, during this entire season, I worked my butt off. And I did whatever it took. I sold pizza. I raised money for Star. I did whatever it was for Nene as the director. I did it for Hope. I sold steaks. I did it. And I raised more money in one day than anybody has ever raised. And if he raised $250, I can do the double.
Marley, that's true. And you've been amazing. Thank you. John, that's tough competition. Give me your answer. Why should you be the Celebrity Apprentice?
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital literally saves the lives of kids, thousands of them. And I think you have to look at Celebrity Apprentice this season as a body of work. And I can tell you right now at this table, there was not one thing I did not exhaust this entire season. I also raised more than $1 million. I brought Nikki Taylor back. We got Twisted Sister. We went all the way down the line. Even the Camping World jingle, we won. We had to write a children's book, wrote the children's book, we won. I gave everything I had the whole time.
But do you think you were better than Marley?
Absolutely. As a body of work, without a doubt, I believe my body of work is superior to her body of work in this season of Celebrity Apprentice.
How do you respond to that, Marley? How do you respond?
Well, I disagree because he didn't work with me. He never saw me at work. He didn't see all the things that I did. And there are clearly things, everything. My team knows what I did.
I was also project manager more than anybody this season.
That's true. That's true. Don, what do you think?
Well, John Rich did just get you to wear a cowboy hat on national TV, something I never thought I'd see. But
wise guy. He's a wise guy.
All kidding aside, I've gotten to know them all and work with them and hung out with you guys, and it's really great to see people that are as into your charities as you are. I mean, you really can't go wrong with either. It's an impossible decision. You guys are both amazing.
Ivanka?
I think the fact that this decision is so hard is really a testament to both of you, how hard you've worked, how passionate you are, the integrity in which you've played this game. And I don't think we've ever had a closer Celebrity Apprentice finale, so congratulations. Yeah. You've had some formidable people who have come before you, so you've done really, really great.
The truth is there are no losers. You've both been absolutely amazing, but it does leave one final piece of business. I need to name one of you as the Celebrity Apprentice. We're going to be doing it in just a couple of minutes.
Coming up, Mr. Trump makes his decision live.
Marley, do you have anything else to say?
Absolutely, Mr. Trump. For the millions of deaf children out there in the world, as a Celebrity Apprentice, I want to make sure that even though they live in a world of silence, silence is the last thing they'll ever hear when I am Celebrity Apprentice. Excuse me.
Very good. Very good. John?
I did not come here to hit a home run. I came here to hit a grand slam for St. Jude, and I want that $250,000 to take back to Memphis, and I want it really bad.
You know, over the years, I've had some tough decisions. I think this is going to go down as my toughest one. I've never had to go through something like this where they're so outstanding. You've both been amazing. Marley, you've raised more money than anybody on a single night, over $1 million. The job you've done is just absolutely incredible, and the people love you. You see it tonight, you see it all over the city. I just want to congratulate you. Really an amazing job. John, from the beginning, you've been a leader, you've been strong, you've been smart, you've been sharp. I just can't ask for anything more. I'm going to do something a little different tonight. The winner of the Celebrity Apprentice 2011 is John Rich. Good night, folks. God bless you, brother.
All new The Voice, Tuesday at 10/9 Central on NBC.
Now this could only happen to a guy like me, and only happen in a town like this. This is
How are you tonight, Kate?
my kind of town. Chicago is my
Can I have this dance?
kind of town.
It's the Playboy Club. It's not a knitting club.
The Playboy Club, coming this fall, right here to NBC.